Well, let's talk Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day open, play. There we go. Right on cue. It's good to have this guest back on Good Day Austin. Julie McCurley, certified matchmaker and CEO of Something More. She is joining us via Zoom. Julie, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing pretty good. So in a world where we haven't been able to even shake hands for the past year, I imagine helping people out with love connections has been a challenge this past year, right? Talk about that.
Well, at first it was. Everybody was just like panicking, hunkering down. But after a while, it's like we can only take so much social isolation and distancing. I mean, we're meant to be, around people, like social creatures. So people are definitely ready to start dating, especially this time of year, New Year's. People are making resolutions. Pandemic, COVID doesn't seem to be going away completely. So it's pretty much like quit waiting, start dating.
Right.
Like you're just going to have to deal with it. And there's definitely safe ways to date and, maintain your safety.
Right.
And you actually have a single survival guide for Valentine's Day. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, regardless of the pandemic, every year it's like this holiday is like forced upon us. Like, let's just put neon signs up. You're single. You don't have anybody. So I think it's important to remember that it's just one day in the whole year. And there's just some things that, tomorrow, February 15th, the red balloons, the flowers, everything's going to be in the garbage, right? So
that's true.
During that, day, just first of all, reach out to friends. There's, you're all in the same boat. Call up your single friends. You could do the whole anti-Valentine's Day thing, or you could, just spin it as like, just because you're not in love with a special person, there's lots of other things that are love relationships in your life, your family, your friends. It's a time to maybe just give back. Like that's something that psychologically makes you feel loved when people appreciate you. Right. So, just things like do the love bombs. Have you guys heard about that? Like, no. You can just surprise people with like love notes, or send them like tip treats or flowers, or just make a little video. Hey, I've ever told you how much your friendship means to me. Just anything. And it's on a Sunday. I mean,
right.
Well, for God's sake, stay off social media. Right. That's the biggest thing.
My wife asks for love bombs all the time. Like it's just not in me to be able to bring her random stuff all the time. I mean, I need to get better at that. I do.
Casey, do I need to help you and how to date your mate?
Maybe.
And relationship rescue. You've got that new baby. Do you need
Casey needs a survival guide for the love bombs.
Survival guide. Yeah.
He might. I mean, I can send you my list of 100 date ideas.
Yeah, because I don't have any. I have 0 date ideas.
What?
No date ideas.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you might. Yeah.
Well, do you have a mother-in-law?
Yeah.
Well, bring her over. Tell her that you're going to take your wife out for a surprise ambush date night.
I know. That's the problem, is we have a baby, And there's a pandemic. I always tell her that. There's a baby and there's a pandemic.
That's no excuse. Why don't you serenade her with one of your awesome songs?
I could. I think she's kind of sick of that by now, though.
That's
been
true.
Together for 10 years.
Well, I will say I'm a huge fan. I like Valentine's Day, but I love the Galentine's idea that's kind of come up over the last few years. So I may be guilty of putting more thought into Galentine's than Valentine's.
It's fine.
Are you single? I thought you were married.
I am married, so my husband's probably not watching right now. But yeah.
Let's hope it's not.
My God! So you'd rather be with the girls than with your husband?
No, not rather. But Galentine's is, I don't know. It always feels like this big production every year with me and my friends. I don't know if this year's going to be the same, but I'm a huge fan of Galentine's, and I guess the guys have Palentines. I don't really know what guys. I don't know if guys actually plan Palentines.
I don't really like the Sunday thing because you can't just do like a quick dinner or whatever. It's like, damn, the whole day.
Right, that's true.
Yeah. So now it's like, okay, breakfast in bed. Then we got to go do like, I don't know, what you could do is plant a flower garden. It's springtime. That's romantic.
Yeah.
Plant your wife flowers, Casey.
Spruce the backyard. Now you've got a ton of ideas.
All of my stuff is dead. I've got jalapenos and stuff in the backyard. It's all dead. Well, real quick, before we go, real quick, what are some? I'm doing a virtual thing for Valentine's Day.
Yes.
What are some stuff like that you could actually plan for Valentine's Day?
Well, gosh, there's pretty much virtual everything. You could do, the virtual cooking classes, the virtual tango classes. You could do, you know, those virtual concerts, a virtual cooking class. I mean, there's tons of stuff you can do. I recommend just making heart-shaped everything. Try it.
All right.
Heart-shaped pancakes, heart-shaped steak. Just turn everything into like a little Valentine's Day thing. You can even buy like those little heart-shaped tins to make like cookies.
You can do chicken breast because those can kind of already be in a heart shape. So
True, yeah.
Exactly. That's something easy to do.
Very smart.
I'm gonna have to follow up with you, Casey, and see what you did this year with your wife.
Well, for Valentine's Day, I've got it all planned out. I'm doing this virtual thing. It's a virtual cheese
It's just
tasting.
the other 364 days of the year.
Oh, you
that's the
already
problem.
have a virtual cheese thing. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
You should do you can do a virtual, like, I've always wanted to do this, like, white cheese, you know, it's all different, like, which is a brie cheese, which is a camembert, which is whatever, like a taste thing. Like,
That's
make it a contest.
Yeah, yeah. Great ideas. All great ideas. Thank you for coming on, Julie McCurley, to give hope to
miss you.
everyone during this pandemic.
I know. We need to do this more. A year ago, we're all together.
I know.
We'll get there again.
We will. We will. Thank you so much for coming on.
Happy early Valentine's Day.
Y'all too.